Hi there, Charger family. This is Mrs. Boyd here from Mrs. Boyd's Math Room, and today we're going to be talking about proofs with Uno. These are my favorite ways to learn about how to do proofs because we all know how to play a game of Uno. So let's get going. Proofs, it says here, are written in two-column form. We are going to use deductive reasoning to prove whether a statement is correct. Use basic or general statements to arrive at a conclusion. So remember, deductive reasoning is where we only use facts to move from one step to another. Step-by-step ideas are postulates and theorems. We're not worried about that right now. Today, we're only worried about Uno. So what is a postulate and what's a theorem? A postulate is a big idea accepted as universal truth without proof. Okay? A theorem, big ideas that can be proven using deductive logic. Postulates are kind of what we know. Theorems we have to prove to get there. Format of two-column proofs. We're going to write what we're given first, and then we make a T. When I say that, I mean it's going to look like this with your given statement first. Statements that are true are placed in the first column, and statements are the steps needed towards prove something. And then the reasons why are in the right. Okay? So what the reason is, what the move is, and the why is what we need to know for today. Writing Uno proofs, postulates are the rules of Uno. The first card is the given. The logic used to list the order in which the cards are played to finally play the card to be proved. So the steps in the left are going to be the cards that we play, and the right-hand column is going to be the why. There are only 3 postulates in Uno. Number 1, play the same color card. Number 2, play the same number card. And number 3, play a wild card to change the color. It's the only 3 whys that we can use in our game of Uno. So for example, we're going to start with the card, the blue 6. So if we go down here, here's our T-chart. The blue 6 is given. Then we have these 4 cards, the +4 wild card, the yellow 5, the blue skip, and the yellow 1 to prove how we get to the yellow reverse. So we have a blue 6 that we've been given. We can play 2 cards, possibly, right? The +4 wild or the blue skip. We're going to save the wild like normal Uno players would for when we have to have it. So first we're going to play the blue skip. And we're going to play that and it works. And our why is because they're the same color. Blue 6, blue skip. After the blue skip, there's no more blues. There's no other skips. So now we have to play that 4, wild draw 4. And we're going to do that. Our why is to change the color because we don't have any blues. So we can choose either of these yellow cards now. Let's choose our yellow 5 because it's the same color that we wanted it to be when we change colors. Excuse me. Then we can choose the yellow 1 because it's also the same color. And then that is all 4 of our cards have been played. And now we're at the yellow reverse. And why? Because it's the same color. Right? We just listed our moves and why they were legal. Let's try another one. We're given this red reverse. It says here, we don't have to use every postulate. And we have a yellow reverse, a draw 4 wild, a blue 0, and a blue 9. And we want to get to a red 9. So we're given red reverse. That's given. Now we can use, we have a same symbol in the yellow reverse, so we can use that next. I'm going to scroll back up so we can look at our cards. You know what, we'll just draw our chart here. So we have a red reverse. That was given. Then we're going to play the yellow reverse because it's the same symbol. I don't have any other yellow. I don't have any other reverses. So now we're going to use the draw for wild because we want to change the color. Then we could we could play the blue 0, but we don't have to. We can play the blue 9 because it's the same color. And then we get straight to the red 9, which was our final destination because it's the same number. All right, so, but we didn't have to use all the cards, but we still got from point A, the red reverse, to point B, the 9, the red 9. All right, you make a little chart for this one on your own and tell me how you're going to get from yellow 1 to red 2 using only a red 0 and a yellow 0. Pause it here and try it out. All right, so let's make our chart here. We're given yellow 1. And we want to get to the red yellow. So the only yellow that we have to play is the yellow 0. And it's the same color. Then we can play the red 0 because it's the same number. And finally, we can play the red 2 because it's the same color again. All right, it's just that straightforward. Here we have blue 2, and we want to get to a red 1 using the 4 cards that are down here. All right, so let's go ahead and make our table. We'll have statements, not states. Oh. Statements and reasons. Well, we know statement 1 is we have a blue 2 because we're given that. All right, let's see if we can use these next 4 cards. Well, let's do, we really could make it in 2 moves. We could first use the blue 1 and the blue +2. Let's try and use all of these though. So we'll use, next will be the blue 1 because it's the same color. And then we have the blue draw 2 because it's the same color. Next, we've got the green draw 2 because it's the same symbol. And then we've got the wild because we want to change the color. And last but not least, we've got the red 1 because it's the same color. We chose red with our wild, so red 1's the same color. So now I want to see, let me see if I can figure out how to move this down here. Hold on. Oh, I figured it out. I'm so excited. All right. So let's put my proof and the one that's given with the PDF here. Let's compare them. So their first statement is blue 2 given. It's my first statement as well. Then their next one is blue draw 2 because it's the same color. Well, that's not what I did. Then they used the green draw 2. Well, that's not what I did. Third. Then wild, that's not what I did. And then they ended up with blue 1 and then red 1. So here's the moral of the story. When proofs are concerned, as long as what you say is true, there's more than one possible answer to get, more than one way to get from point A to point B. Okay? So as long as all of your statements make sense and all of the reasons make sense and the order in which you do it makes sense, you can have two separate answers just like there are here. Okay? So you've got some problems to try on your own. Let me know if you have any trouble. I'm here to help, and I'll hope to see you soon.